Welcome back. 5:14 is your time here. Short week for many of you as Thanksgiving is just around the corner. But if you are stepping out here in the next couple of hours, temperatures are cold on this Monday morning, especially compared to what we had over the weekend. Starting the day in the 30s and 40s, the cool spot being Murphy at 34. But if you like the warm weather we've been having, well, hey, more on tap for you today. Back in the 70s here in the valley, winds are going to start to pick up. Cloud cover increases ahead of our next system that's going to be approaching tomorrow. So we're not going to see any rain today, but late tonight into Tuesday morning, the first batch moves through as this low pressure tracks across the southeast. That'll drag a cold front across the Tennessee Valley, and behind that front it will get cooler. So we got some big changes on the way. Although today's kind of a quiet day, by tomorrow a much different scenario. Here's a look at your futurecast. Again, a lot of cloud cover building in throughout the day. It's going to be warm, a little bit breezy this evening, but all in all a really nice day. So if you need to get caught up on some of that yard work before the rain moves in, rake the leaves. If you're having friends and family over later today or later this week for Thanksgiving, do that today, because tomorrow morning we're going to kick the day off with some pretty heavy rain moving through the Tennessee Valley. Again, it looks like we're going to have several waves throughout the day on Tuesday. Now here's the thing, we are going to have a little bit of instability, but kind of just looking at the severe weather parameters, I'm not expecting anything widespread, but it can't rule out one of these storms becoming a little bit of the stronger side, especially the further south you go, where we're going to have a little more storm fuel to work with. So that'll primarily be during the afternoon. By the time we get into the overnight hours on Tuesday, the rain's out of here and we're going to start to dry out. So this is a quick hitting system, but we could get a solid inch of rain across parts of our area. Some areas could get up to 2 inches if you get under one of those heavier bands. And there is a marginal risk for severe storms tomorrow for our entire coverage area in that dark green shade. Again, I'm not expecting any widespread severe weather, just an isolated severe storm or two. But I'm thinking there's also the chance most of the severe threat stays to our south and west. But with that being said, there is a low end threat for flooding, large hail, high winds, and just a tiny threat for a spin-up tornado. But that's not something I'm overly concerned about. But of course, we'll keep you updated. And then behind the showers and storms tomorrow, a pattern flip, at least briefly. Colder air moving in for Thanksgiving. Highs return to the 40s and 50s. And then by the time we wake up on Thanksgiving Day and even Black Friday, likely to be below freezing. So much colder air on the way for Thanksgiving. So yeah, you'll not need the jacket today, but by the time we're getting together with friends and family, bit of a different story. And of course, Black Friday will be cold, probably the coldest day of the week, and then we'll gradually start to build back into the 50s. So we've been spoiled with the 70s. I mean, it almost hit 80 twice last week. That's a little wild for late November, but yeah, snap back to reality by Thanksgiving.
All right, we're here. Thank you, Clay.